Breaking U.S. bans AI investments in China. What this means for tech and national security. 0 o'clock to 0:30 start with a dramatic statement to capture attention immediately. The U.S. just announced unprecedented restrictions on AI investments in China. This new rule isn't just a small regulation, it's a complete game changer for the future of technology and national security. But why is the U.S. so concerned? And how will this impact both countries in the AI race? Intro and context. 0:30 to 2 o'clock set the stage by giving viewers a quick summary of the breaking news. Explain that the Biden administration has just finalized new rules to curb U.S. investments in artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and semiconductor tech in China. Mention that this follows an executive order from President Biden and will come into effect starting January 2, overseen by the newly created Office of Global Transactions at the Treasury Department. Let viewers know that this announcement has significant consequences for both the U.S. and Chinese tech landscapes, as well as global security. Background on U.S. China tensions and national security. 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock provide context to help viewers understand why these regulations have been put into place. Explain that the U.S. government has expressed concerns about national security risks associated with allowing China access to advanced technology. Mention how advanced AI and quantum technology can be used in military applications, cybersecurity, and surveillance. Highlight that officials believe restricting these investments will prevent China from developing technologies that could be used for military or intelligence purposes. Deep dive into the new rules. 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock break down the specific technologies and sectors that are being restricted so viewers understand the scope of these regulations. Describe the three main sectors targeted by these rules: semiconductors and microelectronics, quantum information technologies, and specific AI systems. Share that Treasury official Paul Rosen emphasized the importance of limiting U.S. investments that could aid foreign nations in military and cyber advancements. Explain that these rules aim to prevent intangible support, such as managerial advice or networking resources that typically accompany investments, which could otherwise indirectly help China strengthen its tech capabilities. Why now? The global AI and technology race. 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock help viewers understand the timing and urgency behind this decision. Discuss the global race to dominate in AI, quantum computing, and other advanced technologies. Emphasize that the U.S. is trying to keep its technological edge as countries like China rapidly advance their own tech industries. Note that this decision is part of a larger strategy to retain a leading position in the technology space while protecting national security. Responses from key officials and agencies. 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock share insights from U.S. government officials to add authority to the video's points. Include statements from Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo, who previously stated that restrictions were necessary to prevent China from developing military-related technologies. Quote Paul Rosen's insights on the importance of preventing American investment capital from aiding the military capabilities of countries considered national security threats. Potential impact on the global tech industry. 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock discuss the ripple effects these rules may have across the tech sector. Explain that this move could reshape the global tech industry, as U.S. companies might look to alternative markets for AI and quantum tech investments. Highlight the carve-out that allows U.S. investments in publicly traded securities. While direct investments are restricted, it still permits some level of financial connection with China's tech sector, although limited. Concerns and criticisms. 12 o'clock to 14 o'clock introduce other perspectives, discussing potential downsides or criticisms of these new rules. Mention that the House Select Committee on China has voiced concerns over U.S. index funds directing capital toward Chinese companies linked to military advancement. Discuss potential financial impacts on American investors who may lose opportunities in China's fast-growing AI market. Consider the effect of the regulations on multinational corporations who have investments or partnerships in China, potentially leading to revenue losses or shifts in investment strategies. What this means for U.S. China relations 14 o'clock to 16 o'clock offer insight into how these restrictions might affect the broader relationship between the U.S. and China. Discuss how this adds to existing tensions over trade, technology, and intellectual property. Explain that as the U.S. tightens regulations on tech transfers to China, China may respond with its own measures, leading to further fragmentation in global technology ecosystems. Mention how this dynamic could lead to a more divided global tech landscape, with each country focusing on building and supporting its own technology champions. Looking to the future, what's next for AI and national security? 16 o'clock to 18 o'clock speculate on the long-term impact of these new rules. Share that this marks just one chapter in the global competition for AI supremacy, with each side trying to control key technologies of the future. Talk about how this could accelerate U.S. efforts to invest heavily in AI research and quantum technology to maintain its competitive edge. Wrap up by mentioning that, as both countries race to lead in AI, we may see more regulations and innovations that will continue to shape the future of technology and security. Final thoughts and call to action. 18 o'clock to 20 o'clock end with a thought-provoking summary to engage viewers and encourage discussion. Sum up by saying, these new restrictions are a bold step by the U.S. to secure its national interests. But how effective will they be? And what will this mean for the future of AI? Prompt viewers to share their thoughts. Do you think the U.S. should restrict tech investments in China? Will these rules truly protect U.S. national security? Encourage viewers to subscribe for more updates on the latest tech news and to join the conversation in the comments.